The Princess and the Pea. Once upon a time in a grand kingdom, there lived a kind and gentle prince who longed to find a princess to marry. He had traveled far and wide, meeting many beautiful and accomplished women, but none of them seemed to be the right one. Although they were charming and graceful, the prince could never quite shake the feeling that something was missing. He desired a princess who was not only beautiful and kind but also someone who would feel truly royal in her heart. The prince's parents, the king and queen, were growing concerned. They wanted their son to find happiness and marry someone he truly loved. They decided that it was time to take matters into their own hands. One evening, as the prince returned home after yet another long journey, the king and queen called for him to meet in the royal chamber. "Son, it is time for you to find the one who will be your true princess," the queen said. "But how will you know if she is truly the one? We must think of a way to test her." The prince was intrigued. "What do you have in mind, mother?" "We will test her sensitivity," the queen said with a knowing smile. "We have heard tales of a true princess who is so delicate, so refined, that she can feel even the slightest discomfort. If she can feel a small object hidden under many layers of bedding, she will be a true princess." The prince was puzzled. "But how can we find such a princess?" The queen looked out the window at the stormy night. "We will wait for a night when there is a great storm. Then we will place the test in our own castle." Later that night a great thunderstorm raged through the kingdom. The wind howled, the rain poured, and the lightning flashed across the sky. It was a terrible night, one that seemed too harsh for anyone to be out and about. But as fate would have it, a young woman appeared at the gates of the castle. She was drenched to the bone, her hair wet and tangled, her clothes clinging to her frame. She looked exhausted and cold but was still beautiful in her own way. She was a princess, though she did not know it. She had been traveling through the storm, seeking shelter from the harsh weather. The castle guards, seeing the princess in distress, quickly ushered her inside. They gave her warm clothes and led her to the queen and prince. The young woman introduced herself as Princess Ella, but she was humble and did not boast of her lineage. The queen and prince exchanged a glance, knowing that this might be the perfect opportunity to test if Princess Ella was truly the kind of princess they were searching for. The queen gave a small nod, signaling the start of the test. "We are so sorry you arrived in such a storm, princess," the queen said, her voice full of warmth and hospitality. "Please stay the night in our castle. You must be exhausted from your journey." Princess Ella thanked them graciously, feeling relieved to be in a warm and safe place after such a long journey through the storm. The queen, however, had already set her plan into motion. She ordered that 20 mattresses, piled high one on top of the other, be placed on the bed for the princess. Beneath the bottom mattress she placed a single tiny pea. The pea was so small that it could hardly be seen, but it was there, hidden away, waiting to test the princess's sensitivity. The princess was shown to the bed, and the servants left her in peace. She lay down on the soft mattresses, but no matter how comfortable it seemed, something didn't feel quite right. She tossed and turned, feeling a slight discomfort, though she couldn't quite place it. She had never experienced anything like it before. The next morning, when Princess Ella came down to breakfast, the queen and prince were waiting anxiously for her. They asked her how she had slept. "Oh, your majesties," Princess Ella said, "I'm terribly sorry, but I don't think I slept well at all. I felt as though there was something under the mattresses, something hard and uncomfortable. I could not get comfortable no matter how I tried." The prince and queen exchanged knowing glances. It was exactly as they had hoped. Princess Ella had felt the tiny pea beneath the mattresses, and that sensitivity proved that she was indeed a true princess. With a warm smile, the prince took the princess's hand and said, "You have passed our test, Princess Ella. You are indeed a true princess." Princess Ella blushed, surprised by the news. "But how could I have passed? I didn't even know there was a test." The queen smiled kindly. "You see, dear princess, the test was not just about the pea. It was about your heart, your kindness, your gentleness, and your ability to feel things that others may not. You are truly a princess in every sense of the word." The prince looked at Princess Ella with admiration. "I have traveled far and wide, seeking a princess to share my life with, and I believe that you are the one. Will you be my princess?" Princess Ella's heart filled with joy, and she looked into the prince's eyes. "Yes, your highness, I will." And so the prince and Princess Ella were married in a grand ceremony, and they lived happily ever after. Princess Ella, with her kind heart and sensitivity, made the perfect match for the prince. Together they ruled the kingdom with wisdom and grace, always remembering the lesson that true royalty is not just about appearances, but about the love and kindness one has in their heart. Moral of the story asterisk. The story of the princess and the pea teaches us that true nobility comes from within. It is not about appearance, wealth, or status, but about sensitivity, kindness, and the ability to understand and empathize with others. What makes someone truly royal is their heart,